Presented by Quick Trip's Quality Gasoline Guarantee. It's just another way Quick Trip has you covered.
I'm Brian Noen for Zabe. Brian Butch, Josh Albrecht with us. We go 5 wide. Welcome in, Billy, Armin.
Morning,
Matt.
boys.
What's going on, man? You know, what happened with the contest?
Say it. Just say it. Say it, Brian. It's fine. I lost. That's what happened with the contest. I lost.
But you initially won? That's
you
much
you
worse.
won.
Yeah, but okay.
No, you won.
Yeah, but is the team that lost to LSU in, I believe 2014 is the one that they vacated the national championship?
Good point.
Are they the champions? Is the team that Louisville beat in the national championship when they were taking recruits to Silk and having chicken wings? Like, no, you didn't win the national championship.
That's not what happened. You weren't claimed champion, and then it was revoked, right? Like,
yes.
You didn't.
They raised my hand.
You were claimed the champion, yes.
They yelled that I had won the 2023 State Fair Celebrity Cream Puff Eating Championship yesterday. And then it was taken away by a judge's decision. But again, like boxing, I think competitive eating is probably going to become one of the most
judged kind
of sports. What kind of word am I looking for? Corrupt. Corrupt is
well,
it
is. It was
corrupt.
It absolutely was.
Well,
Dario cheated. I'm sorry.
Someone was on the take.
Here's how it went down, because we had a lot of people watching the video on our socials yesterday and saying, no, you can look right there. You see Dario stand up first. Standing up isn't a part of the contest.
No.
It's not like, okay, and then when you're done, the first person to stand up wins. It's you keep attacking the plate until someone says winner right here. So the fact that Dario stood up means nothing.
Right. He keeps showing the standing video.
That's not part of it. It's not, but look, he stood up. No, it's you check the plate as they're eating. And if they haven't declared a winner, you keep licking up whatever you can until they go, we're done. And that's what Billy was doing.
The problem is we don't actually know whose plate was cleared first.
No,
right,
the problem is this. Dario had so much cream on his face like he cheated. Like he purposely grew out the beard and then had all the cream all over his face.
Wow.
That man had so much cream on his face. I don't know what in the world happened. I mean, he enjoyed it too. You could tell that was part of his philosophy. Cream me, get cream all over my face. Like put it like
we're gonna have to cut.
It's a cream puff eating contest.
Mm-hmm. That it is. Yes.
What would you like me to call it then?
Well, I would prefer that you don't hit the creamy statement, like that phrase. That phrase.
Well, but he purposely
live in infamy on this radio station for as long as we are on the
unnecessary.
He purposely grew out his beard and then purposely rubbed his face in all of the cream so it stuck to his face.
It's a strategy.
Is that not what he did?
Exactly, Armin. It's a strategy.
You can't say cheated.
When you go about this, what you're supposed to do is eat the pastry parts first, and then just start taking care of the cream. And if it's as long as it's off the plate,
right,
you win.
Yes.
You know, so that's how it goes.
Me for that, but you're allowed Josh say taking care of the cream. Okay,
because I didn't say he had cream on his face 40 times in a row. We get it. He had cream on his face. How about if I say it again 38 more times?
It's difficult from this,
but it's why he won. That's why he won.
But you know what, Butchie, and you guys will appreciate this. And Matt asked these kind of questions. I'm looking at myself, right? I'm looking at the tape.
That's right, Billy.
And realizing that if I don't waste probably a good 7 seconds trying to do my fancy bird,
the bird flip up,
I probably win either way, and I probably win running away. So
when it came down,
So we just got to come back even hungrier next year, and that's ultimately what I think a true champion does is finds themselves gracious in defeat, and then next year I will be extremely
ready to win.
Oh no, I was gonna say very, very not gracious in victory.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rub Dario's face in all 3 of those additional cream puffs we get.
Right.
And why were there only 2 cream puffs and not the original 3? Because I mean,
people are asking the question, Brian. People are asking questions.
So I think it's fair.
I believe the judges who were brothers were definitely on the take. I mean, Dario probably pulled in some of that big money he's got. Probably slid it underneath the table. I mean, I'm just saying.
So is next year, is that the rubber match next year?
No, probably not. I think this year would have actually been the rubber match because he's won 1 and I had won 1.
It's like Celtics Lakers.
So he's up 2-1, yeah.
But the funny thing is, the first year when Dario won and over you guys are both at different stations. So that's part of it is flipped, right?
That is the good part. I think we've flipped. I think there have been 4 different affiliated places of employment for both Dario and I in combination of these 3 years doing the cream puff eating contest.
But it's a competition that I think wasn't proctored perfectly by State Fair. I'm not going to sit there and rip on State. I'm not doing that. I'm not questioning them, but you should have the 2 best qualifiers in the middle lanes. Am I wrong to say that? You shouldn't have them on both ends. You should be able to look at them both. When you have swimming or a track contest, you have them in the middle lanes. That's just the way to do it. Right?
Here's what we learned, because right after this happened, I went and I talked to the judges.
I know you did. I appreciated that. Yeah.
And what I took from that is, guys, they look at this like, hey, this is just a fun thing we're doing to promote the fair.
Exactly.
We're like, oh, this is fun?
This is super serious for us.
Oh, you think this is just us having fun?
This is supposed to be fun. How much fun are you going to be having this season?
Oh, Billy, I'm a little disappointed that you were clean. You shaved. I'm sorry. Like, you could see that Dario was not going to shave and that he was going to be able to take advantage of the little whiskers on his face. Like, that was its strategy, and he did. I'm not going to say the word because you guys are saying, oh, even though it's called a cream puff eating contest, but I guess we can't say that word anymore. So there was stuff on your face. Okay, whatever. There was none.
But,
You're like,
but if
I guess it's bad to say that now.
No, you're good. You're good.
I mean, it's like
Matt, aren't you glad you're here for this?
I had a question to pose.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to change topics here. So if you had to choose one food that you could undoubtedly win an eating contest for, what would it be? Mine would be watermelon. I've won a watermelon eating contest before. Like, Billy, would cream puffs be your number one choice? Maybe you can say, we bring this in at the State Fair next year, and I will undoubtedly win without controversy.
Oh, that's a good question. I would say for me, pizza would probably be my number one.
House of pizza?
Yeah, I think I can house a pizza quicker than most. The cream puff is good, though, because as Butchie has very eloquently said, it can make a mess.
Right.
And can be quite fun to poke fun at and take pictures of.
It's on your shirt, though, right? Like it. Is
that where it is? Shirt and face and one time it got up my nose and I had to,
I better not say that, Billy. I mean, Josh is going to say you can't say that anymore.
No, you can say it once. You don't have to say it 40 times in a row.
So, but Matt, was the watermelon contest was that no-handed? Because that's I think the biggest issue with the cream puff eating contest is you're just supposed to dive on in. And I've tried pie eating contest the same way. We did it in my freshman year at Carroll University, the Harvard of Waukesha County. And I was eating an apple pie that turned into a cherry pie by the end of the event because the no hands also allowed me to bite the bottom part of my lip and then bleed all over the pie.
You were going to say your nose started bleeding.
Wow.
No, it was a tough beat. I also won that one, though. So, as the freshman, you had to show out.
How many of these have you done?
Brian, I'm fat. All right, I've done
Billy,
quite
I think I could
always
beat you with
volunteer
tacos,
the fat guy.
I think I could beat you with tacos.
Yeah, maybe if they're fish tacos, because I'm not going to touch them.
I'd be cool. I mean, a 20-pack from Taco Bell.
Yeah, you probably could.
That's what you took down.
Oh, wasn't it 10?
Oh yeah. Or I think it's a 10.
It's a taco. Okay, first off, guys, let the pear shape get in here. It's a taco 12-pack. All right, let's get it
all
right.
All I know is it's gone. All I know is I won. That's what I know.
Yeah, and you'll have no chance. Soft or hard shell.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Okay,
I will win.
You dictate it, and we'll do it here on 5.
What's better for an eating contest? Is it hard shell or?
I'd say soft shell.
It's soft shell.
Soft because you could smash it like those hot dog buns that Chestnut does.
Because you don't want to get any meat on your face. Like because when you look at the tacos, like when you go hard shell.
Oh my gosh! But by the way, you just
we're talking about guys.
Oh yeah.
Like,
no one,
taco meat. Like
no one would take it for
anything else.
By the way,
it's finished 5-1. I won't say a word then. Go ahead.
Well, before that happens, just because I'm still going to check you just because we're on different day parts. I heard you say Applebee's was fast food. You're out of your mind.
Applebee's is fast food.
It's insane.
It's obviously wrong.
Grab and go.
Out of all the stupid things that were said today.
Is there a drive-through at Applebee's? No. Is it? Can you walk up and leave? No.
Can you sit
He
there
literally
and
said
can
if you can
carry
call
out?
ahead and have them bring the food out to you, it's fast food.
Oh,
And
so
I said, so literally
carnivore,
any restaurant.
carnivore's fast food.
Yeah,
Bacchus,
carnivore.
Bacchus
fast food.
is fast food.
Yep.
You could take anything to
You're
go.
gonna, if you guys classify Applebee's as a sit down and an actual good restaurant, then you guys just lose all.
Sit down
It's
and
casual.
good are
It's
two
fast
very
casual,
different
whatever they call it.
things.
So you just said it. What did you just say, Armin?
Fast casual. That's not
thank
fast
you.
food.
You just said fast.
No, well, whatever. It's not
You
casual.
just said
It's not fast
Snyder,
food.
help me here. My goodness, he just says fast, but it's not fast food. What the words that are coming out of your mouth just said fast.
Nah, it's not fast food. Everyone
you
knows
just said
it.
fast casual.
I don't even
He
think-
said everyone knows
I
it.
don't even think Cops is fast food, to be honest with you, or custard, because you still gotta wait for
I'm
your
so
ticket.
glad it's Friday. I need a couple of days for you. Like you just said fast casual.
It's not fast
I need a
food.
couple days from you.
Maybe
I need to
fast
get
food.
away. You only talk to this
I'm
kid
chilling.
20
That's
minutes a
awesome.
day now, and now I need some time away from
Oh,
him.
boy.
my
Packers tonight.
goodness.
Cincinnati should be good, huh?
Oh, that's tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll watch that game.
All right.
What time is that?
Matt,
and where can I listen to
how
it?
long is Love going to play? That's my question. And what is a good performance?
I thought you were checking out. Now you're asking Matt questions.
yeah, well, I'm
Make
actually
up
talking
your
something I
damn
wanna
mind.
talk.
Go,
Josh,
go
quiet,
to
quiet.
Applebee's
Let
drive-through quick
Steinman
and let Matt
talk.
talk.
At least the innuendo meter was low on that question.
Yeah, yeah, right. At least we had that.
Snyman, thank you,
I,
please.
I would anticipate him playing about a half. You know, he told us the other day that he's going to play a couple series.
Yeah.
They would determine the exact workload based on how joint practice went with the Bengals. So we haven't talked to LaFleur since then. He'll talk after the game tonight. So we'll know by then how much he plays. A good performance, no interceptions. I mean, if his receivers are dropping passes as much as they were in practice on Wednesday, then the numbers might be skewed a little bit. But I don't think the Bengals are playing any starters.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like you got to take everything with a grain of salt. That's why I went out there for the joint practice and I'm back here in Green Bay today, because how much can we really take from game action? Yeah, there's live tackling, but if you're not facing the starters, it doesn't really mean much.
Right. It's
No
hard
doubt
to know
about it.
anything, right?
Well, and I thought you put that really, really well yesterday too, when talking about what the Packers defense was doing against the Bengals offense without the top 3 or 4 player at the position in Joe Burrow. Guys, I think this is just using the first barometer that we have of the week.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out and does what CJ Stroud did last night.
You're worried.
2 of 4, 13 yards, and a pick.
And you're
What
worried.
are we talking
right?
about after the game on
Yes,
Packers OT
absolutely.
here? That's
Sean
going to be
Clifford.
an interesting one. That's going to very much, Matt. We're going to be talking about how well Sean Clifford played. And goodness gracious, guys, you think they like this guy with the arm sleeve, Magoo? I think he can really do something, man. He can really sling that thing.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
You'll be getting those calls from all of our great affiliates across the
Matt,
state.
do you think,
Cow Country's going to be buzzing
Yeah.
tonight on Packers OT. I'm fired up.
in all honesty, Matt, do you think they are going to take a very, very conservative approach, knowing that they've got 2 days of joint practices and then another game Saturday? Like, do you think they're going to make this very, very protective of Jordan Love, knowing what's ahead of them? I mean, this is their guy. They have no other options.
Sure, especially because I don't anticipate their 2 best offensive linemen playing tonight.
Correct,
So
yeah.
how much do you want Jordan Love out there with Royce Newman as his left guard?
Not much at all.
I don't think David Bakhtiari and Elton Jenkins will play. Matt LaFleur hinted the other day, he said, everyone playing is on the table except for a select few. So I went it through my head and said, on offense, Bakhtiari, Jenkins, Jones, Dillon, and then a handful of guys on defense. But how long do you want Jordan Love out there with, backup offensive linemen? Like you said, especially when there isn't a hell of a lot to gain.
There isn't. So I still
But
wonder.
there's way much more to lose.
I agree.
So I still question is why even
So-
play then?
so
Why
Matt,
play him?
Because he
I
needs the
think-
reps, bro. Needs
Does he,
reps.
does he need these reps that
Needs those reps.
We're saying these reps won't tell us anything, won't mean much, and only have risk and no reward.
Doesn't matter. He
And-
still
and-
needs them.
and
Needs
Billy,
the reps.
I'm saying
Billy,
there's a little bit
yeah.
of a reward.
Yeah.
There's just more risks. That's why a couple series, let Magoo and Clifford take
Do
2
what they
plus
gotta do.
halves,
Yep.
Billy,
2
one
plus
of the,
quarters.
Billy and Matt, one thing that I've been on is I have not loved the way that Matt LaFleur has handled the team. I'm not talking systems, plays, team stuff. Trip to London, West Coast trips. Even training camp last year, I thought he was too soft. I didn't think they let guys get physical. Do I have a right to be worried about how he's going to handle Jordan Love over this preseason? Because I am worried about it. Like, you've got to handle this the right way. Otherwise, you could possibly put your future franchise quarterback in a position he can't take himself out of.
Yeah, and I struggle with because this is the number one issue that he's had to handle. I thought he handled exceptionally well. And that was Jordan Love being in the building for the last 3 years, right? And so like that part of it for me, I'm going to trust him now, but Butchie, it'll definitely be on somewhat of alert. I don't know how much
I'm nervous about it.
I get that we want to use the buzzword of soft and that they don't play as physical as some other teams. It's difficult to get physical in training camp consistently nowadays.
They did this Wednesday though. They finally went 1-versus-1. Right, because of this joint practice. Like we didn't see that prior to that. Matt, am I wrong? I mean,
kinda.
You were there, so that's why I'm saying I wasn't. I'm relying on someone that was there. You know.
Yeah, I mean, they only did the offensive line, defensive line one-on-ones. Last year, they took all one-on-ones out against the Saints. I don't know why you would just go halfway, especially because the substitute for pass catcher and DB one-on-ones was 7-on-7, which is just useless.
Yeah.
That's why the Packers don't do 7-on-7 ever here in Green Bay, is because they're useless. So, yeah, I don't think it's a concern of how he's handled the team. Yes, there have been some questionable, road trip plans.
Yep.
But in terms of handling workloads, handling the locker room, I think they're in good hands. Now, when they go on road trips, especially on the West Coast and long road trips, they've been trying to figure out what's kind of the best formula for them, because it goes back to that midseason game against the Chargers in 2019 when they went out 2 days early. And I remember Aaron saying after that game, we need to have some guys, figure out their priorities when we're on these extended road trips.
Right.
And then I think they changed something for the 49ers game, if I'm not mistaken, a couple weeks later, and they lost 37-8. Bottom line is they just got to play winning football.
Good point. And that was the thing. Did they go out too early and let guys hang out too much? Then it was, we're not going to go too early to London. So it is probably a tough balance.
Yeah, and I know I'm being critical of LaFleur when I ask that question. I get that. But the track
But you're on brand, though. Yeah,
like
but you're on brand.
Not brand. You can take the brand.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's honest on this radio station. That's fine. I'm the one that's bringing it up. That's fine. I mean, I'm not afraid to say what should be said.
What you believe.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing.
Well, that's the truth. The
there's
track
a lot-
record, Armin. It's not what I believe. I have a track record in front of me, Armin.
My favorite part about this Packers
How'd the London
season
trip
is,
go, Armin?
hey, they were up 20-10 going into halftime.
So how did it
if
end
you're
up,
talking about
Billy?
if you're talking about energy, though, they had more energy in that game than other road trips that they've taken. Like if that's your issue with it,
I think the problem
That
there
could be
was that Darnell Savage couldn't tackle
Thank you.
Saquon Barkley, and Joe Barry hadn't taught them how to defend a crosser.
No, it was Matt LaFleur and the way that he handled things.
because they went to Applebee's the night
Come
before
on.
thinking it was fast
If you
food,
guys
and
think
they took
it
way
was-
too long.
I'm glad you guys got all the answer. Put your Packer grin and gold glasses on the rest of the year and don't talk negative about them at all. That's fine.
But that's not
You guys
about
make
that.
sure. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
It's not about
You
that.
and Rob go
We
sit in
did
the
the Brian
stand and have
sometime.
your pom-poms and cheer away them guys.
That's not what it's about, but okay.
Go,
hurt you
Pack,
today?
go.
That's
Go,
what I-
Packers.
Who hurt you today?
People forget
Nobody
Brian,
did. I'm the
no.
only one.
My
If
boy
that's
is
what you guys
feeling
wanted to
it
be,
today.
that's
I think
fine.
Armin hurt him with the fast casual comment.
It's
I think
fast
you
food.
did.
Fast casual.
It's not fast food.
Fast casual. I mean, you're fast.
People
Fast
forget
food.
that the Packers were up with like an 80% winning probability at that point, but the
Junior
defense couldn't get off the
probabilities.
field.
Jeez. Do you think that the offense sucked in, kept the defense on the field too much, and that's why the defense couldn't finish the job?
No, it started the second half that way. I blame the defense for that game. I have maintained that for a full calendar year.
You realize that Josh is already at the Luda show right now?
Have
Yeah,
fun,
I've been
guys.
there for a while.
What song are you most excited for tonight?
Man,
Saturday.
Are you kidding me? And
No.
there's one
No,
answer here.
what-
There's one answer
Armin.
here.
Armin, that's not the number one
I don't
song.
know that
I stand up.
And by the way, just let all
I
you
know, but
Applesby is testing the drive-through windows.
Applebee is testing.
Not Applebee's.
Right,
They
Applebee
are.
is testing.
So that
They
was
are
changed.
testing the drive-
Get out the way, Butch. Get
fast
out the
food.
way. Move, Butch. Get out the way.
That's
I
good.
like
I will.
that
My
is
day's
your
done.
answer.
You go figure out your problem.
I thought you were going to say you go something else.
I'm tempted to, Brian.
You go
We talked
figure
about
out the
that.
rest of your show. How about that?
Yeah, that'll happen in my DMs here in about 10 seconds after he gets off the air.
What about area codes when he shouts out 414? There you go, Josh. That's the one.
Butch? Get out the way. Get out the way. Butch, get out the way. Move,
See ya,
Butch.
I like you, Butch.
Butch. Butch.
You guys think this is the first time I heard that? My goodness, shit original.
Butch. Oh no! Butch has another bad argument.
Brian, no, I'm not going with bad arguments with you, brother. It's been bad arguments all week.
Are the Packers going to be 4-0 going into Week 5? Is that what they are, Butch? There.
No, I told you. Do it too.
I'm going to stop by Chili's. Hey, I'm going to stop by Chili's, get some fast food, Butch.
They're not testing it out. Just Applebee's. Read the New York Post.
Yeah, only Applebee is.
All right, 9 to noon coming up next. Billy, Matt, Armin, you're in good hands. Keep it locked right here on The Game.
I'm DUI, I hardly ever cross over.